Okay, we're live on YouTube. And by the way, all the links that I talk about, particularly about taxes, I'm going to I'll put in the description on the bottom of the video on YouTube. So if you're not a member, you can get that information there. But members get it all free, okay, and our reports. And don't forget, members, to make sure you get the two big reports we have. One is called the 500 Mini Grant Report, and that's available, very easy to download. And Let's Go Help too for your state. And you could download every state and then help other people that you know in other state. Send it to them. I don't care. There's no plagiarism here. I've been plagiarizing for 30 years, 40, 50 years actually, and and plagiarized something from the government that became a New York Times bestseller. So I believe this information is for everybody, no matter what. And so share it with others that you know could use the help. I mean, if they're millionaires, they could go to Google. But the people really need this help and don't know it and don't know where to go to get it. And that is so frustrating to me. And it will keep me busy for the rest of my life. And that's the good part. The other good part is that the joy I get from helping people is just phenomenal. And that's why we now have Let's Go Help members are becoming Let's Go Help navigators. And so we have people that are members that go live like here, like I am, and they help individuals to navigate this stuff. You like that, Michelle? I haven't worn this for a long time. This is sort of like the old version of my question. Now I got more funky clothes. These are a little more traditional kind of thing. Nice to see you again. Sir, no, it's Matthew. I'm not Sir. Sir is my father. He died long ago. You just call me Matthew, please. I'm just a guy struggling to get through life like everybody else. And that's how I see the world. We're all struggling. We don't have the answers. We're all guessing. And I think the best we can do for each other is help them in their journey. I mean, so they to make it okay to guess, because nobody really knows the answer. Telling somebody else how to live the life is their life is like, me being a tulip and telling a daisy how to grow. The daisy's got to grow like the daisy's got to grow. And the tulip will grow the way they have to grow. And then that's the organic part of us that we shouldn't mess with. We want to. We love telling people where to go. And I do too, and it's fun, but we shouldn't tell people how to run their life. What I want to do here is help people find what they need to live the life they see. It may be right or wrong for them. They have to figure it out, not you or me. I don't think any of us have the right. All of us are struggling like hell to get through this shit ourselves. What gives us the audacity to tell somebody else how to live their life? I don't know. I grew up in a family like that. We all try to tell each other what to do in life, And that doesn't go. I mean, to me, love is helping people do whatever they want to do in life. And that's what I hope the navigators are here to help you do whatever you want to do in life. I mean, we cannot judge that. We should not, because we don't know what the hell to do with our own lives. So I don't think that is the right way to love people and show that. And the more the older I get, the more I see that, boy, just saying the word love somehow increases my heart, somehow, and makes life a lot nicer. And I'm starting to get, here, I don't know if I showed you these. Oh, not that. I got to do this one. This is part of, I'm working on for the lobby in our apartment. complex. There's about 70 condos here, and I have little uh, signs that say LOVE with little lights in them that I'm going to give away too, and it's just I think we could all eliminate a lot of illnesses by just uh, showing compassion and kindness to other people. And so that's what I see is happening here, and that's the biggest thrill of my life. I never designed this way. Uh, I just want to give people information, but now I see how I do it is becoming almost as important as what we have. And that's because of you, the members, not because of me. And so you are guiding me on this, not me. I'm not a big thinker in a way. I just follow my heart. And what you guys are telling me is you appreciate this point, this part of it, where you get loving help, if I'm allowed to say that. I mean, growing up in the 50s as a guy, man, that was a tough word for men to say. We thought you had to marry people to say that. Have an amazing day. Yes, I will, Michelle. You too. Michelle is one of our navigators. She works a lot, helps people, and it's helping to give people confidence because you run into roadblocks all the time. Being successful in the United States is not about knowing the right way. It's having the encouragement to keep going, because most of the stuff you do is not perfect. You don't know what it is. How did you discover your question mark style? Well, I always start, oh, Tammy, how are you? I was always in the information. I got an MBA in Management Information Systems, and I was a computer programmer back in the 70s. I taught computer science at the university and built a company, was trying to help Fortune 500 companies get information about what's going on outside their company. And so I thought information was the most important thing. And then we started having so much information that getting the answer wasn't the problem. Getting the right question was the problem. We had so much information, you could get the answer to anything. Now you can get 1,000 answers to anything. But it's asking the right question. So that's why we're the question mark suits. And it started that way. And that must have been 20 years ago now. And then now in the last few years, I'm really into hearts, because I feel even if you have the right answer or the source or whatever, nothing's going to happen unless your heart is in it. No relationship will happen unless your heart is in it. No, professional business will really happen for you unless your heart is in it. So that's really, I think, the key to society, because that keeps you on track. That keeps you in the game, so you figure it out. Anybody go, Tuala, Tula, 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 Tula. Lovely to see you. And that's why I think that's so important in life. So it is having your heart in it. You're going to fail no matter what it is. But if your heart's in it, you learn from it better. Yeah, and you'll keep going till you find what works for you. And that's the important thing. Let me put this information. Oh, I see. No, make sure you get the new Let's Go Meta Grant report, because I put the information about the free tax help in there, okay? And I put it, it's towards the top of the report, and you'll see it. And I'm going to put it into the Facebook. I'll put that section about getting free tax help. Because what's happening is, Intuit and TurboTax, those people are being sued by the government for scamming people. What will happen is they say, I got scammed for all my gifts for Christmas for a family. I need help with applying for grants. Oh, so sorry, Sabrina. Yeah, well, make sure the best way to start is to download that Let's Go Meta Grants report and start at item number 3. Holly's been working her little tail off and has been a Let's Go Navigator now for a week or so. And I see, I was afraid I was going to try to go on, and either Holly will be here or Charity will be here or something. So you do love it, Holly. Well, that's wonderful. And I hope it sparks your day to do that. And that, oh, when you report, let us know how many people you were able to help. I don't know if you have that data somewhere. So every time you do it, it grows your heart. See, I mean, members, see how this helping somebody. You don't have to be, have 48 years of experience like I do. You just have to have a desire and feel that, got a few grants yourself and things like that, to have somebody be able to talk to somebody who's like them and has had some little success themselves, so to keep them on track, because it's easy to give up, and that's the problem. So that's why I feel navigators are really, to me, they're lovers. They're showing Let's Go Help. Maybe we should call them Let's Go Help lovers, loving other members to do that. That's interesting. Yes, I missed the info box you had at the beginning, where to download report again. Okay, I just put it up, you see it in the chat. Here it is again. Let's Go Meta Grants report. Okay, and I have landed something that need help with getting a mobile home so I can move down there. Oh, good for you. Well, actually, if you look at item number 8, oh no, 7, I'm sorry. Item number 7 shows you all the sources for housing. And there's like 7 or 8 nonprofit organizations that all they do is help people with housing, okay? Holly, are you getting that information somewhere? I don't know, maybe we need a place where we know how many items. So best thing to do is do a report after you do a live, and email Misty and I about how many people you contacted, how many people were online, how many people you answered, that kind of data. Check with Holly to make sure we have a uniform thing. But those who are being Let's Go Help lovers and lover members, that would you be embarrassed if we called it Let's Go Help lovers and not Let's Go Help navigators? I don't want to offend anybody. I start keeping track. I had 45 and 35. Oh, wonderful. See, that's 35 people that actually touch somebody who is behind them to help them do what they want to do in life. And I think that is probably, I believe, read where there is a grant that helps with people who have done you wrong. Does that include crypto scammers? Yeah, any kind. No, I mean, you get scammed, then you got to start. You go to your attorney general first, your state attorney general. That's all there. If in the Let's Go Meta Grant report, we have a section on just legal, and it's a report that sends you could download all the free legal help to get money back from people like that, okay? And so don't ever call a lawyer. Do all the free sources first. And I don't know what kind of, if it depends on the kind of scam it was. I mean, if it was products, if it was for financial services, then see, it's different organizations in the government that helps with that. So you call the right one and put it in, and it's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen, and the important thing is that you get the information. Even if you don't get money back, what you're doing is warning other people. And that's the important thing too, that you're able to warn other people. Thanks so much. Yeah, Tammy, So yeah, the people who are uh, navigators here. We got Tammy, Charity, who else? Holly. So you're all navigators. So how do you feel about being called a Let's Go Help lover as opposed to a Let's Go Help navigator? They're the two things I'm sort of, uh, you know, in my head thinking about on um, how to refer to these. What about if the state of California did us dirty with COVID tenant relief scam? Okay, what you do if you live in, I assume you live in California, then two things you do. You go for the tenant relief program and see where they have a place for you to complain. I mean, every program is set up for you to get a second opinion. Okay, you do that, okay? And you fill out whatever form there is. It's paperwork, yes, but you have to get justice if you want it. If it's not worth it to you, then don't do it. But see, to me, it's worth it because if you do that, that paper helps change the system a little bit because other people, that becomes public information, and then other people can see if they're assholes or not. Then the other thing you do is call your elected official, and I would start with the 2 senators and your congressperson, and have them investigate it that you've been wrong, because they can call a government office and they all have separate phone numbers to call somebody, okay? And that's important. Tula, do you want to be a Let's Go Help navigator or lover or whatever? We decide to really officially call them, because that'd be great. I mean, she is so, she's the one who taught me about not paying the IRS back taxes. She was able to get like, 40,000 or 50,000 back taxes eliminated just by filling out the form. And people were gonna charge her thousands of dollars to fill out the form, and she did it herself. Yes, I do, wonderful. Well, get on Let's Go Help too and contact Misty. Play Misty for me. That was an old, I forget, what's his name? Make My Day guy. He played a radio DJ, the title was Play Misty for me. Well, that'd be great. We're gonna find affordable car insurance with not a great credit score. Sometimes your state has that. Let's see, Matthew, did you see about mini grant reports issues they're having last night? Oh, I didn't see that. Who was telling me that? Well, send me the link, Holly, what that is, so we can figure it out. Matthew is the Marine veteran. Thank you for all you do. Well, thank you, Ronald. And by the way, as a Marine or a veteran or a family of veteran, make sure you know about the County Veteran Service Office. Now that's number like I think 17 in the LESCO Meta Grant Report. If you just search veterans in it, you'll see it. It's in a listing that talks about for seniors and veterans. They have special offices for these 2 categories. We'll do research for you the same way we do, but they're actually better because they help people who are just veterans all day long. And the reports I've seen is that they get more grant money for veterans than anybody else. So make sure you make an appointment, and that's it. You have to start learning how to talk to people and not just look at a website and fill out a form. You have to call these people even if you're not eligible, because the more you talk to the people, the more you'll understand the system, even if you're not eligible for them. Then what you ask them is, where else can I go? And that's what you want to know, okay? Because they know other sources. If they can't help you, somebody else does, because they're in the business to do that, okay? Contact your elected, oh, there it is, Tammy, good. But how about the County Veterans Office? Legal money for Congress, yeah. That is down in the, what is it, what number it is? Sort of down in the 17, 18, 19 or something. I got search here. Oh, I see where it is. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, what is this? Oh, it's in number 5, but where? Oh, it's somewhere else too. Okay, me. Okay. Where is that? Oh, we have it in a bunch of places. Okay, well, let me, here. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the description here, but it's, yeah, 3 or 4 places. So you've put in veterans and search, um, you'll find it. Now I gotta come back to see you. Oh, nice to see you again. Uh, yeah, please, Tula, I know you have a lot of love in you, and it'd be great if you took some time to share it with members. And you are an amazing, resourceful person in life, and you ought to share that too. Uh, that is, let's see, did I get that? Okay, here it is. Yeah, there's the Veteran Service Office. See it? And that's, I just put it in the chat there, so you see it. Yeah, and then help other people. See, these are people who get paid big money, probably more than you and I make, and to just help people all day, and you don't have to pay them anything, and they'll only show you free sources because that's what they're trained to do. And that's right. The same way with the your local area office on aging for seniors. If you know a senior or are a senior, that's the first place to go. And the last place to go is Google. So it's important that you use the sources and that you're using people. No matter if it's rent grants you need or mortgage or legal, you start getting on the phone and talking to people who are in business. It's not a business. They get grant money. They're nonprofit or government offices that get grant money to help problems like you have. Now, everybody won't give you an answer, and everybody can't give you an answer or whatever, but it's a numbers game. It's like dating or looking for a job. You keep calling until you find somebody that knows what you need and could point to something that will be helpful. No, there's a lot of luck involved, but the luck really only comes from perseverance. You're not going to get lucky by, throwing a dart at the board and hoping one dart's going to get it. No, and you're not going to get lucky by not creating something yourself, creating energy about it yourself. The energy won't come to you. You have to create the energy and go out there and start shaking those bushes. Something will fall out the trees if you're shaking them. Shake it up, baby. Put in writing all complaint and prove. Our elected officials were very dismissive and put it in writing all the complaint. Well, that's not dismissive. That's the way they work. You have to, these are all bureaucrats. They work on paper, and so you have to give them the paper they need, and if you can't, then you have to think through and get that paper. I mean, these people who scammed you spend a lot of time and work figuring out how to scam you. Now, if you want to get back at them, you have to put in the time and work to figure out how to do that. It's just not, if you have $1 million, then you can hire somebody, for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to do it for you. But you don't, I assume, but there's still help for you if you do some of the work. That's all. I mean, we all learn to do something. We learn to use the computer. We learn to drive a car. All this new stuff, and this is life in a complicated society like ours. It runs on paper, and to get justice, you have to use the system. If you want to get a gun and a mask and go and see these people, that's outside the system, but that may cause you more trouble. Another thing is, it depends. What I used to do a lot send, find out who their friends are, and send registered mail to their friends about how they scam me. And that's and that's so when they're going to church, they hey, I got a letter from this guy who said that you scammed him. They see themselves as angels. Why don't you start an independent living for veterans here in the state of Georgia? Okay, Ron, I mean, let's say shake it like a salt shaker. Yes. You gotta shake it up, baby. You know, it's not gonna happen for you. Okay, start an independent living. Okay, look at number 5. This is where if you want to start any kind of program, profit, nonprofit, or whatever, talk to the mentors there. I think to complain about Governor. Well, did he do it? No, you're doing with the agency. You know, I mean, you want to give a copy to them. It won't be as effective as the agency, I would think. I mean, I don't know the details. That's so smart and funny. So I don't really know, you know, what the problem is. No, the agency who hands out the money, they're the people you're after, you know, and you may be able to, and Newsom created the keep, yes, of course he did. But see, who gave him the money are the elected officials. The elected official gives Newsom the money to give this program. So you send a copy of everything. So that's why the best thing would be you send it out. You have to find out where the place is in the program, you know, in the Keep Your Home, California, find out where the appeal section is there. See, that's the first thing you have to do. You have to appeal this. And you write that letter of appeal, then you send, because then you'll have to have the documentation to write the appeal. Then you have the documentation now to send a copy to your elected officials and send a copy to your Newsom, if you want. You send it to everybody, more the merrier. You send it to the media to get the newspaper to write it up, to know these people are assholes. Yeah, that would not allow. They would not allow me on appeal. They would not allow you to appeal. Now that sounds illegal, right there. Well, then your appeal is the elected officials and Newsom. Yeah, I will do it again this week. Do what? Do what, Tara? Yes, maybe the media. Yeah, I mean, get a big media list and show them they're better. They're always looking for story. And then you embarrass people to do the right thing. I love doing that. Resend complaints. Yes. Did almost a year ago. Resend complaints to the media or whatever. Yeah, no, it's a numbers game. It's all on how much energy you have to keep at it. And that's why to the congressman and attempted to a senator, yeah. And then you have state elected officials. See, if you go to commoncause.org and get a list of all your senators. Send it to everybody. What the hell? You know, it's a hard time to write it once, right? and then just send copies to everybody. And send it in a way that, you know, if you're registered, something a little special, different to get your letter on the top of the list. It may take, you know, I don't know how much extra, $3 or something to send a registered mail. And that may be worth it. If it isn't, fine. I love Matthew. Watched this commercial many years ago as a teen. Major Minis. That's a good title. Major Minis. That's neat. Well, guys, it's not snowing here today, and I got to go out and run. And by the way, everybody who applied for the grant for the free computers. I'm surprised how popular that is getting, our free computers. We give out 25 free computers every month. And the deadline was yet last night, midnight, and we got a bunch of applications. I thought this would be, in the beginning, it was very slow, and now it's as big as the others, so there's a real need. And remember, there's probably nonprofit organizations where you live that give out free computers. So if you go to findhelp.org or 211, but I like Find Help better. Does the government contract counteract against grants? Does the government contract? No, don't worry about any of that kind of stuff until you find a grant, because there may be somewhere, but I don't know for sure. Nobody knows for sure about any of those things. And there's hundreds of thousands, millions of grants. They all have different requirements. So if you're getting a contract from the government in one agency, you certainly eligible to get a grant from another one, But there may be something. You just read the application and see if it might, or you ask them. If you're worried about something, you ask the people who you're about to apply to if this is, will affect it. And that's the only thing, the way you could do it. It is, you have to have the specific thing. First, I remember in the first live I did, who has stage 4 cancer, and he had a lawyer and reached out to his representative and was denied 2 times, and is going away to have is going to have a hearing. Oh, see, Charity? See, that's what people can do. I mean, as a lover or a navigator, you tell me what appeals to you or doesn't. I don't want to have a stain on your reputation. You're welcome, Sarah. Yeah. And that's important. See, I'm sure Holly feels great about being able to do this and share what you know. We all know something that can help somebody, or at least give them comfort. And that's what I want people to be able to do. And I never thought about doing this before. When I started this, I was just trying to get, I sold directories, is really what it boils down to. And that's what it is. Let's go grant. Yeah, see, all the grants, and we're coming up with another grant too. We're going to announce it on the 5th, after you apply to the 4th. We have one on the 4th, and we're going to have a new one-time grant coming out on the 5th that will surprise you. And that's because of people not picking up their money, so you have 60 days to pick up the money. If you don't, then we're going to do it in ways like this and give it to other people. So we don't, free and low cost computers. Yes, that's it, Tammy. See, that free and low cost computers, so you can get, you don't have to apply to ours, or if you applied and didn't get one, did experience mushrooms when they, magic mushrooms, yeah. I got, is becoming a big healing, it's going to put pharma out of business. People find out that they can get cured with a lot of things with mushrooms and other psychedelics and whatever is really helping a lot of people with mental health and PSTD and stuff like that. And that's very exciting, I think. It may not be for everybody, but that's it. Nothing is. You have to find out what works for you, and that's why, learning from other people, remember that may or may not work for you. And maybe you learn a little something new from it, even if it doesn't work for you. And that's the way to keep going. All we need is love, yeah. So how do you guys feel? Tammy, what do you feel about if I called you a Let's Go Help lover or a Let's Go Help navigator? Charity, what do you think? Who else? Holly, what do you think? Well, let me know. Shoot me an email if not, or let Misty know. You have been doing this for many years. Let's go remember you when I was in high school. Purchase a book. Say Wednesday. Wow, book on sale. Wow, that's so nice. Let's Go Help Loving Navigators. Maybe not that. Okay, we'll mull that over for a while and see. Well, let me go on exercise. I got to do another 5-6 miles now that it's not snowing. Hit the gym for a little bit. Get some of these muscles going so they don't fall off. You know me, I'm a lover, not a fighter. You certainly are. Have fun, Matthew. Thank you. Well, I want you to have fun. I mean, the joy in life, I mean, that's what me walking down in my crazy clothes, to see people look at me and smile. Man, I think that's a gift. And I just love doing that. Even if it makes me look stupid, if it makes you look smile, that's the name of the game. Love you all. Thank you so much. Okay, on YouTube, I'm going to close this down and I'll put the links on the bottom, okay? So you get them on YouTube. Talk soon. Tula, tula, tula.